Warning, I'm on a journey to handicap home runs in Major League Baseball. I'm not claiming to be sharp. I'm not claiming to have an edge. I bet based on 3 Ps, pitcher, park, and price. We probably won't win long term. This is for entertainment and education. If you like the video, like the video. There's no added vig for clicking that thumb. I love you all. I come to you dejected. I come to you frustrated. You guys know me. You guys know that I wear emotions on both sleeves and I pick them off. Then I rub them all over my face and you can see it. Left, right, center every day of the week. We hit 5 bets yesterday and we still lost 2.7 units. If we hit a random bet in the middle, what do you know, Cedric Mullins plus 700, if that turns green, we're even on the day. So this is very volatile. This is very frustrating. And I'm still trying to navigate the waters. I don't care personally. I'm not betting money that I cannot afford to lose. So I want to just make this declaration that I only feel bad because you may be losing money. So I need to trust that you guys are adults and will not overextend, overbet, or do anything that would cause you to look at me and see me in a negative light or anything like that. Again, I'm very feeble-minded. I'm very weak-minded. I'm very sensitive. I'm very emotional. Okay? And this industry is tough on a guy who thinks in that manner. I'm sensitive, okay? So I look up here and I see, we're up 4.4 units. We should be exuberant. We should be thrilled. But then I look down here and I see, I lost 2.7 yesterday, and I lost before, and I lost the day before. It's brutal temps. It's brutal cold, and I'm struggling with where to lay off and where not to. I think I've done a pretty good job of laying off. I mean, these games in Tampa Bay were the spots to pick. So I picked 5 guys. Nobody hit. Game in Arizona last night. One of the better spots. I picked a lot of guys. Nobody for Baltimore could get the bat swinging. So again, trust the process. We've had good days. Take a deep breath. Let's look at today. It's not optimistic. You see a lot of cold weather. He being Ballpark Pal, posted a diagram of home runs per game with temperatures, and below 50, we're struggling to get more than 1 home run a game. So I'm keeping all of that in mind as I approach today. This is supposed to be fun. I need to focus back on the fun, and that's what we're going to do. So my apologies. We are up 4.5 units. Here are all the plays today. There's no second sheet. I crammed them all onto here, so the text is a little small. Let's go through them, starting with Coors Field, which should be one of the better places to hit today. I have Bryce Turang, Christian Yelich, who hit one last night, Garrett Mitchell for the Brewers. Turang also hit one last night, and I think it's ridiculous that they're still pricing him over 10-1. I believe he has 3 or 4 homers on the year. There's been talks of him getting in the lab and working on his bat speed. Well, heavens to Betsy, it's working. Bryce rang that bell over the fence and gone yonder. And we're riding him again. For the other side of the ball, the Rockies, Bryant, Farmar, Tovar are my plays this evening. Of course, I looked at Britton Doyle. Price was a little too steep for me. Of course, I looked at Michael Tagalia. Real cold start this year. Switch hitter. A brutal start this year in terms of production, especially home runs, especially the long ball. So he was priced at like 360, 420, somewhere in there. Didn't like that number. So those are my 4 plays. I think Garrett Mitchell is tremendous value at 9-1. And I think he's my favorite play in terms of price on this list. Farmar has had good success against whoever the Brewers are throwing. And I think the Brewers are throwing a pretty low-quality pitcher today. So if Britton Doyle hits one, if Hunter Goodman hits one, and if Tagalia hits one, and somehow the 3 guys I looked at but didn't pick hit, and none of the guys I do pick hit, I'll just get on here tomorrow and say, we're having fun. It's all about the fun. Who cares? Who cares? So keep that in mind. Moving on to the game in Arizona. 90-degree heat today. It's good conditions, and I've gone with Jackson Holliday only for Baltimore. I am a little worried about who Arizona is pitching out there, and I didn't see a lot that jumped off the page for the price. But Jackson Holliday at 9-1 I'll take. And then for the other side of the ball, again, I'm keeping it pretty light. For Arizona, I'm only going with Josh Naylor, 6-1. Some of the prices I did not think were very good. So those are the only 2 plays for a game that should be fairly optimistic in terms of weather. I know that's contradictory, but it is what it is. LA and Tampa Bay, I have 2 in italicized text because they may not start due to the fact that the Angels are pitching a lefty. These are 2 lefty batters. But if they are in, I still think we have a good price based on the matchup. Brandon Lowe and Cameron Misner. If I keep taking Cameron Misner, he's going to hit. He's not going to go no home runs on the season. Now, at 11-1, he doesn't have to hit very often. He hits once every week and a half. We're good. I'm riding him again. I think these are two good prices, but again, I would not take them on FanDuel because if they do not start, but they end up pitch hitting, you're going to lose out. So just be careful where you take them. Take them at these prices if you want a tail. Take them on a book that's going to void if they're not in the lineup, or just wait for lineups to come out. Other side of the ball, Luis Rengifo at 9-1 is a great price, and Nolan Schanuel, we're throwing a dart, 12-1. Guy that typically doesn't have power, but maybe in these conditions he can find something. The game in Kansas City, I'm skipping. Don't love any of the bats. Don't love the weather. Don't love the park. Don't love the pitching. Skip. The game in Oakland at this new park, it's shaping up to be pretty hitter-friendly. Ballpark Pal doesn't have a ton of data, as you would expect, because it's their first year, but there seems to be some promise here. So I'm going with Lawrence Butler, J.J. Bleday, and I have Seth Brown italicized and bolded, which means he is not currently in the projected lineup. Tyler Soderstrom is in the lineup, but he just suffered a calf contusion last night. I can see him sitting out, and I think that would promote Seth Brown in. Again, this is just a hypothesis. Wait until lineups come out. But if Seth Brown is over 6-1, I would take him. If he's 550, maybe we make an exception. If he's near the top of the order, just feel it out. If 600 is about my fair value price, around there is where I would take him. If he's 550, I'll probably take him. I won't take him below 500, but maybe I should have just put that. I'll make a tweet if that's helpful to you guys. Moving on to the game in LA and Washington, this is where I started to lose faith in today, because I think the conditions are just fine enough that we can get home runs. Both of the teams have had bats that have been swinging. They've been seeing the ball well. They've been hitting the ball well. The pitchers aren't great today. Jake Irvin and Landon Knack. Landon Knack has had success, but I think he's gettable with this lineup full of lefties. But the conditions, again, are not great. They're better than yesterday, but yesterday we saw 4 home runs in this game. So I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to go safe than sorry. I'm going to be ticked if I'm sitting here midday, because the games are midday today, and Washington is lighting up the scoreboard like they did last night with home runs. I'm going to sit here and say, why didn't you just trust yourself? Trust the process. Who cares that you lost 3 units yesterday? Trust the process. So we're trusting the process. We're trusting how we got here. We're going Nathaniel Lowe, Keeper Brewers, Josh Bell, James Wood, Luis Garcia. We're running it. We're running the Nationals again. How many times have I sat here before you and said, run the Nationals? Let's do it. One day we hit 3. It was one of our best days ever. Let's hit 3 again. Let's manifest. Let's do it. All great prices. We just need one to profit. On the other side of the ball, I'm going with Ohtani. First time Ohtani's been on the chart. I said anything above 250 with these conditions against Jake Irvin, I will take. 260 is above 250, so I'm playing him. I wouldn't play him below 250. I hate playing Ohtani at that number, but it is what it is. Michael Conforto at 5-1, Tommy Edman at 9-1, and Max Muncy, who's been a little bit of a slump lately. That's probably underselling it. He's been horrible in terms of production with the long ball, but we're going with him at 480 in a matchup that I think he could exploit. In San Francisco, I'm skipping. I don't like that park. I will very rarely play that park. Game in Boston, too cold, too bad, too awful. Skip the Boston game. Pittsburgh and St. Louis, I'm skipping totally. Houston, Seattle, I'm skipping totally. Chicago White Sox and Cleveland, I'm skipping totally. So there you go, 5 games. Now, yesterday somebody said, could you make a comment about, I forget what the comment was. I'm sorry, forgive me. Something about, can you talk about the games you wouldn't target and the price about the no home run? So FanDuel offers a market that is to hit the first home run. And in that market, there is no first home run hit, which means you're betting on there to not be a home run at all. Cincinnati and here's the problem with that market. I've had mixed success, but I think I've had positive success overall. Yesterday, I didn't play it. A lot of things are into my calculations for that. But all it takes, like I said many times, is one swing of the bat out of 9 innings to crush the bet, to crush the wager. So it's difficult. If just looking at this, San Francisco, Cincinnati, if we're over plus 500 in that market, maybe I take it. Boston and Toronto, if we're over plus 470, maybe I take it. St. Louis and Pittsburgh, honestly, I probably don't take it. I can see somebody going yard in these conditions. I just didn't like anyone specifically. Houston and Seattle, same thing. I personally didn't like anybody, but there's some big bats on both sides. I'd skip it. Chicago and Cleveland, I believe, hit yesterday. And if this is above 420, I think it's a good bet. I'm not probably going to bet it. I will take a second look at the pitcher and parks and batters, and once lineups come out, I'll figure it out. But these markets also don't release until later on in the day anyway. Game in Philly, I will take. Now, 60-degree weather is optimistic. Winds blowing slightly in. I'm not too worried about it. Philly has not looked good lately, but Grant Holmes is the most gettable meatball thrower that Atlanta could possibly throw out. So I am going, don't sigh, be optimistic. I'm going Brandon Marsh at 10-1 and Bryce Harper at 560 and Max Kepler at 680. Okay? And we're doing it. And we're repping those three. We're not taking any bats for the Braves. We're sticking strictly to these three Phillies guys. And somebody's going yard today. And it's going to feel darn good. Game in New York and Detroit, I'm skipping. Again, this one's tough for me because both sides of the ball have some tremendous monster bats. New York has 5 out of 9 guys who any swing, any pitch, any park, any time can hit a home run. And Detroit is shaping up to be a pretty power-loaded lineup as well. So even though you see minus 50%, one swing, guys, is all it takes. If this is over plus 500, maybe I'll take it. It's not going to be. It's probably going to be 340-ish. Let me just look. Let me test my mettle. Let me test my handicapping ability. Shall we? Let's go on the spot. I got the FanDuel right here. Let's go to the game. It's the first one. The lineup should be out. What did I say? 340. Scroll down here to hit the first home run. No home run is 380. All right? No home run. Plus 380. Okay? So I was pretty close. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that number at this park with these whatever. Game in New York is next, and this is kind of like Washington, where once I started to unwind, I extended maybe too far. There's something about these Miami bats, man. Somebody's going to hit one. Somebody's going to hit one, and I want to be on it. These three are kind of a chase. Matt Mervis, Kyle Stowers, and Griffin Conine are chases. So don't bet them. If you're listening to this, do not bet those three guys. This is a personal problem. This is a personal vendetta. This is me exploring myself. For the Mets, Soto, Winker, Lindor. I think Soto's a good price at $450. We just said Winker's not in the lineup, so scratch that. He's not going to be in. It'll void. It doesn't matter. So I guess just Soto and Lindor. Brent Batty has struggled seeing the ball. I would typically like him, but yesterday I was watching the game. He looked horrible. No confidence. None in the box. Yeah, looked lost. So if you want to go with a fade me tactic, go with Brent Batty. Brandon Nimmo, I looked at, but his price just wasn't good enough. Finally, last game, Chicago. I think you got to target guys who are going to hit the ball into left center. It's a short porch out there anyway. The wind is helping. It is chilly, but I think there are big bats for Texas who can get after Shota Imanaga, who's pitching for the Cubs. Those guys are as follows. Jake Berger, Adolis Garcia, Max Semien, that's Semien, okay, and Kyle Higashioka. Again, one of those guys hits, we profit. I think we're getting 2. I think 2 of those dudes are hitting. Thank you guys for coming by. You guys have been amazing in the comments. You guys have been hype in the comments. You guys deserve better out of me. No negativity. Let's go crush it today. I love doing this. If we lose money, who cares? Who cares what people say about Green Means Go? Oh, he's not sharp. Green Means Go ain't no hitter. Green Means Going. Shut the up. If you don't know that reference, I'm sorry. I'm going to calm down now. I realize a lot of my audiences become older gentlemen who are more sophisticated and mature in nature, and today I let loose. I flat out lost it. So we're going to tone that back. It's a Chief Keef reference. I'm sorry. If you just look up, I don't even know what the song's called. It's the beginning. It's the intro of the most. If you just type in Chief Keef's most popular song, Love Sosa. It's the first. It's like the intro of Love Sosa. Wow. Have a blessed day. I love you.